Now, next, where's Katrina? Katrina, oh there she is, hi. We're going to welcome up a fabulous woman who's just been mentioned already about Kelp magazine, who actually will share just a few insights on what happened last time that our local creatives were given a little help to make their ideas happen. Last year we had 10 submissions for the mentoring package that we've been able to offer thanks to our fabulous partners at Fletcher Jones Family Foundations. And the winner was Katrina Carey. So she had $1,000 worth of cash and $1,000 worth of mentoring support to make this happen. So come and tell us what's happened since then.
Thank you. I'd like to tell you a story of invitations. Around a year ago, I came across an invitation to a night celebrating creative people in our area. I didn't know much more than that, but I thought it sounded like a lovely way to spend an evening. So I wrote "Thing for Creative People" in my calendar. When I went to register to attend, there was a second invitation. I could share a creative idea I had in 100 words or less, and be in with a chance to receive mentoring to help bring that idea to life. So I wrote exactly 100 words about a project I had just begun working on and sent it off. And when the night for the Thing for Creative People arrived, I nervously entered the beautiful foyer of the Lighthouse Theatre. I recognised many of the faces there, but I felt a little overwhelmed and awed by the number of amazing and creative people in the room. I definitely felt like an imposter, but I decided to make the most of being surrounded by people who clearly connected with creativity, community, and the joy that comes when we celebrate those things. Now, I have a sad and long history of not winning things. You don't need to feel sorry for me, I'm lucky in life, but historically, raffles, lucky door prizes, and results generated randomly are not my forte. So, when Stacey from Regional Arts Victoria announced that one of the ideas that had been put forward would randomly be chosen by a spinning wheel, I happily gave up on my idea, read all of the other ideas on the wall, and wondered which one of those would be able to come to life. You can imagine my surprise when the clicker on the spinning wheel landed on my name. And I was invited up on stage to tell this beautiful group of creative people about the idea that I'd had. I left that night feeling like I belonged to that group of creative people, and my idea had been brought to life a little bit more already, just by the way people responded to hearing it. A few weeks after the event, there was another invitation. I got to sit down with Stacey so that she could learn more about Kelp magazine. You see, my idea was a magazine for local kids. We would show kids creativity through artwork, writing, photographs and ideas, and it would be tied to the 6 Gunditjmara seasons. Kelp magazine would cultivate connection to country while encouraging families to engage with play and exploration in their local environment. Kelp magazine would tell the story of our place through the eyes of children and families, and would be a forum where art and science could collide. Stacey listened. She listened hard. She asked question after question after question about my idea so that she could put together a group of people who would ask me more questions in order to help bring my idea to life. Stacey challenged me to think beyond the fun and creative bits to the parts of it that would need structure and momentum in order to make the idea sustainable. Stacey took my idea seriously, and she started to give me the confidence to think that this magazine could really roll. Over the next few months, Stacey introduced me to a selection of the finest ideas champions in this region, who would become a mentoring team. I was invited to speak with Annabelle Cousin, who at that time was at Southwest Community Foundation, and with Shane Bell, Gunditjmara leader, who connected me with other Gunditjmara leaders in the community, and I still check in with one of these leaders for every single issue for guidance. I was invited to speak with Stacey Bobel, also from RAV, who encouraged me to keep coming back to the why part of my idea. And I still do this with every aspect of the magazine. Nothing goes in it without me asking myself why it needs to be in there. And I was invited to speak with Gareth Cullerton, who's right here in front of me, from the Warrnambool Council and One Day Studios, who really got me thinking about how to make this a community project, which is something that has been at the heart of the magazine all year. Each of the people I was lucky enough to learn from during this time left me with something practical that continues to influence the magazine. But the biggest gift that these people collectively gave to me was confidence in my own creativity and my idea, and that has been invaluable. The financial part of the package I received, thanks to the generosity of the Fletcher Jones Family Foundation, was put to good use also, and allowed Kelp magazine to have a presence over the summer holidays at market stalls and various events. I am grateful also for this connection with the foundation, who have allowed me to receive further support to help boost marketing and given me the opportunity to run 12 ocean literacy workshops in schools all across southwest Victoria in 2026. Kelp magazine has at times this year grown beyond what I can give it, and I'm only at the beginning of this adventure. But returning to those key practical insights I received, and by continuing to collaborate and work with others, it's a project that I hope can continue to celebrate the natural beauty and creativity of this area. There's been so much collaboration to get to this point, and we're about to turn a little corner with Kelp magazine to become a real community project. So if anyone's interested in being involved, please let me know. Speaking of collaboration, Amy Creek is here tonight. Amy has worked tirelessly in the graphic design part of the magazine, putting it together and making it beautiful. And I haven't had a real opportunity to thank her publicly. So there is a room full of people here, so that's pretty public. So I'd like to thank Amy for everything that she has done and continues to do. We're about to launch our fourth issue, and Amy and I are really, really proud of it. It's called the River Issue. It includes artwork, writing and photos submitted by over 100 kids, not just locally but from all over Australia. There's articles about the science of estuaries, rivers and water bugs with local legends such as Jared Obst and Sabine Schreiber. We're incredibly proud to have a co-written article about the science and sacredness of the Moyjul site by Sherry Johnston and John Sherwood, as well as a plethora of beautiful artists, including Emma and Shelley, who share deeply about their connection with rivers. This issue connects with the Gunditjmara Kuyang season, and there is an article about the remarkable eel traps at Budge Bim. We connect with a young local designer and with kids and families who love the rivers. Kelp is about to be stocked by readings, bookstores across Melbourne. And Amy and I are very, very excited about that. We're receiving orders from all around Australia, and Kelp magazine has even travelled to Tonga, the US and Zimbabwe. Isn't it great that ideas start somewhere in a creative person's mind, often at unexpected times, in the shower or at 3 a.m, and that sometimes, with the right invitations and support, they can really grow. Thank you, and thank you again to RAB for this invitation and what it's made possible.